guys, what's up? I'm back with another Sew With Me for the Thimble Blossoms Adore Quilt. Isn't it pretty? I got this kit at Fat Quarter Shop. I'm going to link them down below in the description box. If you guys want to check them out, it helps me out if you use my link because I do earn a commission when you shop. So thank you very much in advance. Today we're making blocks 5 and 6. I've already done my cutting on the side because I can't share that part of it. So I've got it all laid out here. Coffee break. Oh, let's get started, Joe. First up, we're going to do that heart block. So, how are we doing this? Okay. What the heck? Is this right? What am I doing? Hold on. Okay, it's right. It just, I don't know, the instructions on this part are a little bit confusing to me. Oh, no! I got selvage on that. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. It's not even the right length. What the? Oh. Alright, I had to recut that one. So, we're going to take both of these and we're going to snowball on the top corners, these white squares. So corner to corner on the white square, right down the middle. And whoever's in New England's through with you. Y'all, I didn't get to finish my book before Libby app took it away from me. I ran out of time on the 1x1 book. So I'm going to have to recheck it out later. I got back on the wait list. I think I was about 2 or 3 hours away from the end. So in the meantime, I started Frida McFadden's The Teacher. I'm hard for teacher. So I hope that's a good one. I literally just started it while I was cutting this fabric. So I'm about, I just had the prologue basically. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued already. And as usual, instead of sewing all day like I was supposed to, I did not. And now I'm in here at 5 o'clock sewing this for supposedly a 6 o'clock posting. What? I gotta get my stuff together, y'all. Get it together, woman. Yo, I rushed so bad to put that video up yesterday and get it done and then totally forgot to post it until like 8 o'clock. All the rushing for naught. It could have gone up at like 7. So if y'all missed that one, be sure and watch yesterday's Sew With Me. Okay, then take this and we're going to snowball the bottom. Or easy corner triangle it. It's not smaller. It's, but anyway, this corner to this corner. And I still haven't done any unboxings for tonight. I need to do that too. But I was spending time with my mom and then I spent time with my stepmom, so at least I wasn't just staring at my phone, right? This corner to this corner. And while I'm waiting for the other half of my heart, I can do this first set of star legs. So we need to make this into flying geese units. So right down the middle of the white, corner to corner. Tomorrow, guys, I'm unboxing a brand new quilt subscription. I'm super excited about it. You'll be sure and tune in for that. It'll probably go up tomorrow about 6:30 is my plan anyway. I believe it's called Bella Rose, something like that. You know, I love my quilty subs. I did spend a lot of time online though, doing some shopping. So that was some of the way I spent my time today. And there's the other half of my heart. Take it! Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it. If it makes you feel good. Yes, on the streets, looking good, and baby, deep down in your heart, you know what it ain't right. Now, hear me when I cry. You know I cry all the time. Each time I tell myself that I can take the pain. Hold me, baby, I feel it once again. I want you to come on, come on, come on, and take it. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Darling, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. I think heart blocks are so stinking cute, don't y'all? You're out on the street looking good, and baby, deep down in your heart, and I know that it ain't right. Sam? Stella? Come here. Did you tell Sam to bring the groceries in?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I also ran a bunch of errands today, so I was a little productive. Got my Walmart order and went to the post office. Went out to eat with Mama. Got gas in my car. Is that everything? I think that's everything. You're so cute. Make sure I'm doing that the right way. Yes, I am. I smell ramen noodles. I told the kids tonight's fend for yourself dinner night. So Stella made ramen. I need to turn that fan over here. It's been like 65 today, y'all. I literally turned on my air conditioning today. But then Mama says tomorrow, cold and rainy. Boo. Now these aren't the big star legs that we're going to put on the outer of this block either. We still have to do those. All right, both my points are there on the sides. That's good news. See? Adorable. So freaking adorable. Oh, I did get the designer mystery block of the month in today. Or was it yesterday? I think I actually got it in yesterday. I'm going to put that up Friday, tomorrow. So this is the last day I'm posting this sampler. We'll resume on this sampler the week after next. The weekends is when I usually do my blocks of the month and smaller projects. Okay, while that's under the needle waiting for this, I can go ahead and start on my outer star legs. So 2 at a time. Let me move. I gotta move that fan before I start sweating over here. Get a little breeze going in the workshop. Okay. Remember, when we do 2 at a time, we sew to the left and right of the center at 1/4 of an inch seam. And we have to square these up too. My nails match this little heart fabric. Ooh, she looks good, y'all. She looks good, yeah. She looks good. I tell you, just doing these sew with me's with y'all has improved my own quilting enormously because I'm sewing a lot more. I'm getting a lot more practice. I sew most days, and most of the time, at least for an hour. That's what I try to do anyway. Sometimes more, sometimes I skip days, but I'm still doing my quilt on the side over here as leaders and enders. I'm making an Irish chain out of my 1.5 inch blocks. So basically I'm making a ton of 9 patches. Freaking adorable. I'm gonna give her an A+. I love it. Half of these are pressed to the dark and half of them are pressed to the white. Oh yeah, gotta square them up. I don't turn this like I'm supposed to. She sure is a pretty thing, but she doesn't rotate like she's supposed to. So remember, if you're doing the squaring up before you open it, just line the line up on your stitch line, not the edge of your fabric. And I'm using the correct size square up. We're squaring up to 4.5. So this is a 4.5 square up ruler. And see the line here? That's what you're going to put your stitch on. I think it is easier to square up before you open them, in my humble opinion. which sometimes I forget to do it before I press them. It's a fairly new technique to me. Not the most thrilling work, but it is helpful in the end. I've still been watching The Crown, and they're finally telling, is it Prince Anne? Is that the name of Prince Philip's mom? The nun, which I had just learned that his mother was a nun from Instagram, some Instagram post where they showed him and a nun and the queen, and I'm like, who's the nun? Who's that nun? I had no idea his mother was a nun and what all she'd been through. So they're telling her story now, which is fascinating and tragic. I already did this one. Right? Because it's got the dog ears cut off of it. Okay. And she just said on the show that one of the times she was institutionalized, Sigmund Freud was her therapist. And I was like, holy cannoli. And then she said, he was not a nice man. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm not a Fordian in my practice. Okay. Sorry, I got some coffee on my workspace. All right, now we got to press these. Oh shoot, I went and pressed it the wrong way. Half of them to the light. This is to prevent big bumps when you sew them together. Row. Sides. See, this one's pressed to the dark, this one's pressed to the light. So we still have nested seams. Bottom. Bottom. Did I do this one wrong? These freaking star legs get me every friggin' time. I'm going to pull that off because I did that the wrong way, but I'm thinking I can flip it and do this one differently, but let me double check. The bottom star legs get me every time. Yeah. See, so it has to be like this. There we go. Shoot, there we go. Here's a finished 9 patch. Blue diddy blue. Top. Top row. Side. Oh, twisted seam there. Bottom. Lots of stars and stars on this quilt. Well, I barely got those points. Barely. I mean, technically probably the tippy tip's gone. I need to pay more attention to that. I need to flip it this way so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, while I'm waiting for that to come off the needle, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the next. Why don't we pull 2 of this? Oh, that's for the block itself. Let me start on the, I'm gonna start on the star legs for the second block. Just to keep it moving. We'll fix that crooked fold too while I'm pressing. See, flat now. Why am I always getting so confused about the bottom? It's exactly the same as the top. Why you gotta make things so complicated, Andrea? Lord have mercy. Shouldn't be that difficult. Come on now. Just kind of checking this as I go. Make sure we're still lined up. Because I've got pedal to the metal. Put that light down, gets in my way at this point. Oh, well, this is a little bit off, about 1/8 of an inch right there. See it? You probably can't see it. It's all right though, it's not too terrible. Bloop, bloop. Now you can pin if you're a pinner. I'm really not. I do pin sometimes when I feel like I really need to, but most of the time I don't. Well, most of the time I don't pin. I'm not saying most of the time I don't need to. I probably should. But I'm having fun. That's what's important. All right, let's take a look at her. There she is. I love this block. It's not perfect. My points on this, some of the very, very tippy tips are gone. And then this side's not exactly lined up, nor is this one, but that one is. And that one is. So I'm gonna give myself an A on this, not an A+. I love this block though. Love it. Okay, now we can carry on with the second block. I guess I can finish these star legs. We gotta square these up to 4.5 again. So tell me this, y'all. I know that on that crown, if y'all know this, Prince Philip and his mom both mentioned that Queen Victoria was like their great-great-grandmother. Her great-great must have been his great-great-great. But I thought Queen Elizabeth was a descendant of Queen Victoria. Am I wrong about that? Or is she? And they're cousins? Her and her husband? Or, which I know that's not unusual in the royal families. But I mean, he's from a whole nother country. Wasn't he from Greece? And they were like forced out, the royal family or something. I know they talked about that, but how they had to sneak out of the country after a revolution or something. I'm sure Queen Victoria's got tons of descendants, though. But I know she was descendant. I'm pretty sure she's from Queen Victoria too, because her granddaddy was Queen Victoria's son, right? So Queen Victoria is her great grandmother as well. Because wasn't it Queen Victoria and her son was I don't know his name, but the Queen's granddaddy, the King's daddy. Right? That's kind of weird. Sharing a great with your husband. I've done my genealogy pretty far back on Ancestry. Probably back, I did want to add anything that I couldn't verify, so I think it goes back probably to like the 1750s, something like that. But anyway, I did my best friend's genealogy as well. And her family had been in this little small town in Arkansas so long. She had the same person on her tree twice on each side. I thought that was so funny. Like the same person was on her daddy's side and her mama's side. They were related. Somewhere the tree did not fork pretty far up. It was pretty far up, but still hilarious to me. I haven't found any repeats on my tree yet. Which my family's been in America since before the Civil War. We've been in America for a long time, both sides. And I could, technically, being the daughters of the American Revolution, on both sides of my family are verified people that participated in the war. One side, it was someone, they also included people that gave stuff to the troops. So one side, I have a verified ancestor that gave a horse and wagon or whatever. And the other side, I believe he actually fought. So if I wanted to pay the fees, I could be in the Daughters of the American Revolution. If I wanted to pay those fees, and I haven't come up with that money. But I think that's pretty cool, though. And of course I had lots in the Civil War and lots in the World War. Alright, so let's do the small sides first. Kind of doing this one in reverse, aren't we? So when you do that ancestry tree stuff is so addictive once you start. And I've done a lot. I was doing that pretty religiously for a long time. I uploaded pictures and everything. Needs to be pressed. Got a little wrinkle in it. The two sides. Coffee break. Delicioso. Now we can start on our inner block. We're doing 2 at a time again. Are we squaring these up? Yeah. press these. This is a pretty simple inside block, by the way. Pretty elementary, my dear Watson. Y'all, I have tried to read Sherlock Holmes multiple times now, and I just cannot get into it. I think it doesn't translate well to modern times. You know, it's so old that their techniques and this, you know, it's like, what? Am I really supposed to make them this small? Why are they so big to begin with if I'm trimming them down so freaking small? I hope she's right about that. This better be right. I just don't know why she had us cut them so big to begin with. Pray for me that this is right. No, not really. Don't bother God with that. I'm one of those, like, I won't pray for something unless it's serious. I don't want to clog up the channels too much with silly stuff. Are y'all that way too, or is that just me? I save my prayers for the big stuff. The freaking light gets in my way so bad. I did order something though. I'll show y'all when I get it in, and hopefully it'll work better. Okay. I'm repressing these to the dark, all of them. What the heck? Oh. Sorry, ignore me. I thought I had done something wrong, but it's just the rotation of the blocks being different. So it's going to be white on the outside here and blue on the outside here. Look at all this I'm cutting off. Which reason I think it's so weird she had us cut it so big is because the others, you know, the star legs we squared to 4.5 too, and it's not near this oversized. So why are these so oversized? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, man? It's just strange to me. I wish the other ones were oversized this much. It would make squaring them up so much easier than cutting a sliver off this big. You know? Sometimes I don't understand these pattern writers. Which, I hate to speak negatively, but the instructions are pretty convoluted on this. They're not the greatest directions, honestly. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that, because someone else that's sewing this with me, one of y'all told me, what's with these instructions? And I was like, right. They're pretty bad. The quilt's cute as a button, but alright, the bottom row. I'm putting these together. Make sure I got this. Now, dang it, my seams are not. I didn't press the seams correctly on. Oh, blah, blah. Oh, well, let's go. Oh, wait. Carry on, carry on. Oh, I'm going to have to pull this off. Oh, it looks really good though. It's lined up perfectly. Over here in the middle. This is weird. That's off. That's gonna mess up my final thing. Maybe a little bit. Not too bad though. Alright, let's put our start legs on. It's lining up. Looks good. I'm smiling when you're smiling. Oh, here's the weird one. The whole world smiles with you when you're laughing, when you're laughing. The whole world laughs with you. Now I hope I caught that because it was a little bit off, making Angela nervous, aren't I? Angela Stounger gets nervous when I do my witchy ways, she says. My little fixes. Yeah, that couldn't be helped. I mean, it could have if I sewed it together to begin with, but you see where it's nitpicking. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Isn't that a pretty coral? So who's y'all's favorite Rat Pack member? Mine's definitely between Frank and Dean. I love me some Dean Martin, but I love me some Frank. I listen to Frank more often, so I'm going to have to say Frank, even though Dean is amazing. I pretty much like them both. The other members don't really care about one way or the other. Sammy's all right, and then who was this? Who was the other one that was sometimes there? Joey Fisher, or I can't remember. Frank and Dean are the stars of that show, in my opinion. Dean definitely has a more distinct voice than Frank. You know, I can usually point out Frank's songs, though, when I hear them. Frank's voice, I can always recognize Dean's. I like unique voices the most. Like, someone like Katy Perry, to me, she sounds generic. There's nothing different about her voice, in my opinion now. It's just nothing special about it. It's just plain and generic. I like different. You can immediately recognize the, you know. And she sings really well, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing, y'all know what I'm saying, right? Nothing special about it. Like, I can always recognize Dolly immediately. Stuff like that. Distinct voices. Louis Armstrong, one of my absolute faves. Billie Holiday, one of my absolute faves. Patsy Cline, Willie Nelson. You can always recognize Elvis immediately, you know, stuff like that. Am I done? Oh, yeah, let's look at her. That's a cute block. Oh, it looks so good, too, doesn't it? It just looks so sharp. I'm digging this sampler. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you like to watch unboxings. And I'll see y'all at the next one. Not unboxings. Sew with me.